Today's Sunshine Note is titled, Why? Cast your cares on the Lord and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall. Psalms 55 verse 22. Our family suffered a tragic loss when my siblings Sarah and Nathaniel were victims of a freeway accident. I found out about the accident when my mom woke up early on a Monday morning with a grave look on her face. She told me to follow her. Some very close family friends were sitting in the living room, but I didn't catch the hint that something was wrong until I saw my dad sitting with his elbows on his legs and his hands clasped together. When Daddy explained what had happened, my first reaction was no. Like everyone else, I was in shock. Then I began to ask the tough questions. Why, God, why? Being so vulnerable at this time, I realize now that Satan was trying to turn me against God and blame Him. I can't count the number of times I cried out in anger at God for taking my brother and sister away, for not preventing the accident. Of course, what I and my family really needed was help to get through this, help from God. It seemed like the right thing to do, so I prayed for my family, for His presence and for Him to take away all my grief. I didn't feel as though I should have had to experience something like this at 10 years old. What a horrible thing. That event shaped my childhood and changed my life. The way I think is different. The way I act is different. Even the way I dress has leaned toward my sister Sarah's style. It is as though God was working on my faith when I really could have used it. Casting my burdens on Jesus relieved me, so I depended on Him a lot more. Now I feel pretty confident and consistent in my bond with God. The accident was something I ended up accepting and maturing from. I think I have a better understanding of death after thinking it through over the past years. It's definitely not something I could handle on my own. And I am grateful that God stood by me through all my emotional ups and downs. In times of trouble, we must turn to God for support. I think about my siblings a lot, and occasionally I still cry, but I find comfort in knowing we will all be going home soon. Cast your cares on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never let the righteous fall. Psalms 55 verse 22. May God bless you today.